So here's a fun tool. I saw these used for the first time when I was working for a company that does expert witness kind of stuff. And basically what these do is you can pick the car up or down by the tires. Get it down like that. And you can set it like this and this. You can pretty much spread them apart and get it out. So basically what it does is it makes it so you can move the car around. We were cutting cars in half and putting them on dollies and doing all kinds of stuff. Like we'd have just the front part of a car or just the back or just cut it down the middle. So we use these to move them around. And we'd also use these because we'd map the car. You know, we'd have everything mapped on the floor so you get a view of what the car's like underneath. Then after you crash it, you put it over the same thing and you can measure, you know, how things change. But what's cool about these is you can just put them right up to a car. These are great for if you want to move something around the shop. They're also great if you're a practical jokester. You can just jack the car up like this. You can do this to whatever. And then, you know, I've got them under other wheels. You gotta be gentle with the body work and don't get too much momentum. It's best if you put the windows down. Even if not, you can just do whatever. You can move the car around pretty much however you want to. You can move it sideways, rotate it. Say you don't want to open the garage and let all the air conditioning out, and you want to move the car around the other way. Not a big. Now the front ones are kind of expensive, so I have these for doing the back. You can do it to an all-wheel drive car. You can move a car around and get it pretty much any way you want with using just the drive wheels up, just the front ones. But a really fun little tool. See, I've got another one on the front wheel there. So then when you're done, you just flip the switch so that the blade goes forward. Put that to the back position. It's tempting to put them too close to the tire like I did with this one. But they're super easy to use. We'll pull this one out, we'll collapse it, bind it, pin it, and you're good to go. So I really like them. I think they're fun. They are a little expensive, but I mean, you could put some of these cars sideways on the driveway, and these are just rolling as long as they didn't set the emergency brake. And you can pretty much push a car around. The main reason why I have them is I get a car with a broken tie rod or whatever. I've got one wheel that's just crazy, and so it's really hard to get it to move anywhere. And so you just jack the wheel up or the tire up that's lost the tie rod in, and it just makes it super easy to deal with. Like I say, if you want to flip it around, then it's a good idea to use your conventional jack. Just jack the back of it up, and then you can throw these underneath. So pretty cool tool. Like I say, these are usually anywhere, I got these on sale for about 75 bucks each, but you can usually get into a pair of them for, you know, 150 to 200 bucks, and they're awesome. I was going to say the downside about all of this fun stuff is, and the reason why I use these on the back, is these only hold about 1,000 pounds. I think it was like $50 for a pair of these, and 75 each for these. These only go 1,250 pounds. If you're not sure how much a car weighs, you kind of get a feel for it over time. You know, these are plenty strong enough for this little guy. But you look in the door jamb, and it'll tell you. It says the weight for the front axle and the weight for the back axle. So the front axle's about 1,718 pounds, and then the rear axle, see the front and rear, is about 1,600. So I've got another 200 pounds to spare in the back, and I've got plenty to spare on the front. That's how you know how much the axle weighs. So for the front axle, we're at 1,618, was it? Or 1,718. Just divide that by 2, and you'd be at 859 pounds or so. 859. So that's well below the max of 1250. So these are basically good for cars, but you can't use them for something heavy like a truck, where you'll pretty much kill them and bend them and mess them up. And be careful where you're pushing. You want to push down in the bumpers in the 5-mile-an-hour crash zone kind of stuff. It'll flex, but it'll take it. And don't go too fast. Whatever you create in terms of inertia, you've got to overcome that to get it to stop. You'll want to just keep on rolling, so. And you want to do this on a flat spot. You don't want to be doing this on a hill. As soon as you get that car up, you better be practiced on those foot pedal settings to get it back where it ought to be. That's pretty close to where I want it. I'll go forward just a little bit. All of a sudden it starts moving, going through the door. I'm like, no! So you run up here, flip the switch, hit that sucker. Yeah, I ought to drop this car, because that has to be straight. You gotta know, you gotta get that wheel on the ground to get it to stop. Rock and roll, coochie coo. Rock and roll, coochie coo. You didn't see any of that, did you? Oh well. Okay, sirrah. Alright, we're going to show you in real time taking it down. So we switch this one here, this one back, going down. We put this one up around the side, sweep it, sweep the leg, Johnny, put it together. I'll even show you the takedown. Have it all ready to go to put back up. Go to the other side, do the same, blade straight ahead, lever back. Down the leg on that for a couple times. Pull the cord, draw it out. Once you set it free, it's easy to just pull it back, shrink it down. Just lever this guy. Ready to go for the next time. We'll grab a jack. We'll jack the back. You want to take out the front ones first on a front-wheel drive car, because now those are on the ground and putting the vehicle in park holds it, still. If you pull out the back ones, you still have the front ones up and you're still mobile. They mess you up. Of course, it's just sitting here at rest anyway. I can fit 2 cars side by side in this garage, or if I turn them lengthwise like this one, when I had it turned sideways, I can fit 3. I lived in Arkansas and Indiana. You'd have these tornadoes come through, and even if you didn't get hit by a tornado, you'd have these hailstorms that just beat the snot out of the cars. They just cover the whole top of the car in dents. So you can use these tools, you can fit 3 cars in the garage and prevent some damage. Got these out of there. These are the Hallmaster brand. I bought them on sale. Not sponsored, but there's a different brand. I don't know if it's Central Florida. Harbor Freight brand that was a little higher capacity, like 1,500 pounds. Should have bought them, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm not done yet. I gotta put the back end down. Boom. So it's not a lot of stuff to take down to put the car up on dollies and move it around. That's kind of fun. Not real hard work. So anyway, if you like the review, be sure to push thumbs up. If you have any comments in the below, and thanks for watching. Cheers.